Jamal Niaz here with Joe Gallagher. A big eventful night for yourself coming up in Liverpool. Obviously Tasha Jonas headlining the bill, looking to unify the world titles, but we've just spoken to one of your prodigies coming in up in the gym, Clark Smith. Now, when we spoke in the gym a couple of weeks ago, there was that crossroads point where you felt you had achieved everything you needed to achieve. You didn't feel like you needed to go and achieve anything else in the game of boxing. A young guy like Clark comes along, and that relights the fire within you to go and breed another world champion. Just talk to me about why Clark is so different and what fans can expect from his career coming up.
Yeah, Clark's someone that I've known for numerous years. Me and his dad boxed together for Lancashire v Yorkshire in Jersey in 1985, and here I am now taking his son on his professional career. Hugely dedicated, Clark Smith. He's a 3 times national champion, represented English numerous times, and he has that mindset that I've seen in the gym before, that Scott Quigg, Anthony Croller, Liam Smith has the dedication and the devotion, and they're obsessed with the sport, and Clark has that, and with that you can work with that, and as you say, sometimes hard work and dedication sometimes beats skill, but quite fortunate that Clark has that as well. He's making his pro debut on a big stage on the undercard of Natasha Jonas' huge unification fight, on the undercard of Liam Smith as well. Liam Smith was the first professional he ever sparred with, and here he is on his undercard. So Clark here is taking it all in, seeing what it's all about, and yeah, hopefully this is the beginning of a good journey.
And then you're speaking about Tasha as well. Really emotional moment for you two at the beginning of the year, because she's overcome so many hurdles, you know, in and out of the ring in her life to get to that moment of achieving world title glory. Just somewhat what that moment was like back then, and how you've both enjoyed that leading into this one, and now it's not just about winning the world title, it's about unifying the division, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think, as Natasha said in the ring on the night, that's it. It's complete now. She's got satisfaction. She always knew she was world class. She always knew she had it in her to become a world champion. She did that and did it in spectacular fashion on the huge stage on the card of Khan and Brooke. Held her nerves together and landed some big shots. Here she is now in a unification in a very, very, very good fight against a very good world champion, against Patrica Berghult, undefeated, very good amateur, and this is a 50-50 fight, what unification fight should be like. So it's a huge challenge for Natasha again, just like it was going in as a massive underdog with Terry Harper and Katie Taylor. She went in and she proved herself, and she's got to go and do that again, Natasha Jonas, on Saturday night. So fingers crossed that she can do that in front of all her friends and her family that have bought tickets to come support her here in Liverpool.
Because that hunger, much like yourself with Tasha, that's just ever lit, isn't it? Because if she wins on Saturday, there's more unification fights down the line that she could take as well. Do you think that she shares that same sort of mindset with you? Because there's been plenty of times where you could have just walked away from the sport and been happy with what you've done. Now the same with her. She doesn't necessarily need to be here.
Well, I did say to her in the ring in the arena, I said, do you want to announce your retirement while you're doing your celebration? Because it's done, but there's do this fight. And we're not looking past Patrica Berghult, but we have in conversation about this fight made. We have spoke about, this one and that one, and I'm thinking, oh my God, Tasha, really? I thought like you're finishing, but she's got the appetite, and she's a champion, world champion. So listen, first and foremost is dealing with this Saturday night, and then let's sit down and talk after what happens Saturday night.
I have to ask you as well, obviously there was initial talks of Tasha being a part of that all-women's historic show next week, which would have been amazing, but she's also got the homecoming as well, which is brilliant. Just in terms of that all-women's card, Savannah Marshall and Claressa Shields, what do you make of the matchup, and who do you see coming out on top? Because I've been to the gym before, Savannah's been around the gym, you're obviously tight with those guys. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I think Marshall and Shields is a really good fight. It's a 50-50 fight. Sometimes I'm leaning towards Claressa Shields, other times I'm leaning to Savannah Marshall. And like Natasha, Patrica Berghult, it is a toss of a coin. I'd have to favour Savannah because of her size and her confidence, but you can't write off Claressa Shields. She hasn't gone and won all them titles and become a champion and done all that if she wasn't no good. She knows she's going to have to come here and rip the titles away in the same way that Marvin Hagler did against Alan Minter there many years ago. But I don't think she's going to be able to do it. I think Savannah Marshall has confidence and has enough in the tank to squeak a points decision win.
Final one as well, we've not had a chat since the Anthony Joshua fight. dealing with a loss like that is very difficult for any fighter, and doing an interview on live TV is always going to be difficult to get those emotions out. What did you make of how he handled that, and where do you see his career going after that one?
Well, listen, all fighters are upset when they lose at the time, aren't they? It's just what it is, and some go storm off into the change room. Like I said before, that's what he should have done, just gone, not come back. Eddie now, from what I hear, and wants to get him 4 fights within a year. That's a big task when he's only been fighting once a year. But listen, I'm sure he'll sit down with his team, he'll look back. At first, everyone's upset, they're angry, then they're upset, and then there's a blame. So we'll just have to sit and wait. But like you say, it's a long road back for Anthony Joshua now, and we'll just have to wait and see what they decide to do.
Great, I really appreciate your time, Joe. Thank you. Cheers.